we are live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching us on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, that's what I like to see. Good all-around team win. Everyone contributed. We had a very solid game from multiple guys. Obviously, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell as well. Both delivered quite the performance. Obviously, Anthony Davis continues to do spectacular things. I liked what we saw from Gabe Vincent, Max Christie. Not so much on the offensive side, but the defensive side. Again, doing the dirty work. What I've talked about. Obviously, Gabe Vincent, I'd like to see be more than 1 of 4 from the field. Was 50% from three-point range, but I did like the 3 steals. I did like the active hands on the defense side. Like I said, Max Christie just out here, again, didn't shoot the ball well, but as far as like just doing the dirty work, hustling, rebounding, being aggressive, disrupting passing lanes. Cam Reddish had himself quite the game as well. And just overall, I thought that this was a really good game. Couple things that I want to talk about, and then I want to dive into the normal players. Now, obviously, look, it's Portland. Right. So, it's not something that is like, oh, we should, we're the best team in the league. That's it. Lakers are the champions, right, of the world. It's nothing like that. Hey, let me see who's at the, oh, there we go. Oh, my girl got it. Okay. Sorry. I thought somebody was at the door. Sorry about that. You have this, you have a game, right, without LeBron James, right? And obviously, there's the question of like, can the Lakers pull this out? Can the Lakers get this win? Can they get this done? And I've said it before, right? Every time we don't have LeBron James, Rui Hachimura and D'Angelo Russell show up every time. It's not because we're better without LeBron James, not because we're better without Anthony Davis, right? It's because LeBron James makes both of those guys redundant, right? When LeBron James doesn't play, D'Angelo Russell gets to be the playmaker. He gets to be the point guard. He gets to be on ball. He gets to make plays. What did he have? Like 30 and 15 or something like that? What did he have? He had 28 and 14. 28 and 14. 5 of 10 from 3, 9 of 17 from the floor, right? Also chipped in with 5 rebounds. Why? Because, again, he gets to play his role. He gets to have the ball in his hands. I've talked about this season, right? He becomes completely redundant, right? Completely redundant. I see visuals said Reeves didn't play either, but we've seen even when Reeves plays, D'Lo still gets to be that point guard. He gets to play on ball, right? Like last year, D'Lo got to be on ball. Every time LeBron missed the game, D'Lo is the guy on ball. D'Lo is the guy that gets to play that role. Rui Hachimura, he has a great game every single time. Why? Because he gets to play the 4. He doesn't have to play the 3, right? I don't know if I said it on this channel. I think I did in a live stream, but I did over on AS The Lakers Show. I made an entire video about it, how I thought the Lakers should sit LeBron James, right? That I thought that they should sit LeBron and really Anthony Davis, because if they did, they would get like a week rest, and then you have 2 games, and then you get another, kind of, 4-day rest or something like that, right? Like that was something that I wanted to see them do. And a lot of people pushed back on me on that. A lot of people were like, no, you cannot. We're barely winning games with LeBron. But when you don't have LeBron, you force everybody else to have to step up and play a role. I said the same thing last season, and the same thing happened every single time, right? Again, we're not better without LeBron. People like to use these kind of games and go, oh, that's it. Lakers don't need LeBron, trade LeBron. No. You need to trade D'Lo and you need to trade Reeves, because they become redundant when LeBron's on the court. Because instead of both of them playing their roles, you have LeBron. D'Lo and Rui basically are LeBron, right? LeBron's on ball. LeBron plays the 4, all of that. So you need to find pieces that are better complementary alongside that. But it's not a coincidence that every time, literally every time, I told people, go look it up. Tell me I'm wrong. Literally every time LeBron doesn't play, Rui and D'Lo have themselves a game every time, right? Because, again, they get to play their role. They get to play what they are best at. Now, again, I understand it's Portland. I understand all that. But they did this a numerous game. They beat Boston in Boston without LeBron James and Anthony Davis, right? Because guys step up. You force these guys to step up. I am hopeful, fingers crossed. This same thing happened last year with D'Lo, right? D'Lo, the first like 15, 20 games was terrible. And then he was shooting like 31% from three, just having a really bad game, right? A really bad season. And then he had a game like this. And I think LeBron missed it. I think it was the first game LeBron missed on that season. And he ended up having like 27 and 12 or something like that. And then the rest of the season, he was great. Literally, the rest of the season, he had an historically great season. Obviously, the playoffs and those issues. But the rest of the season, he was great, right? So to me, I'm hoping that D'Lo can kind of get back to that. I'm hoping that D'Lo can kind of get back to, okay, this is the game that gets him into a rhythm, gets him into a flow. Not saying we don't trade D'Lo. Not saying that we shouldn't trade D'Lo. But as long as we have D'Lo, we need the best version of D'Lo possible. You need the best version of D'Lo that you can possibly have. And I think that this is the D'Lo that you need, right? So anyway, again, great game from him. Great game from Rui. Again, we're not better without LeBron. I just wanted to highlight this and why I was like, you need to rest LeBron. Get him like a week's worth of rest because guys are going to step up because they always do every single time. But to really get into it real quick, Dalton Connect is still having his struggles. It's really unfortunate. He's really rebounding well. But as far as like shooting the basketball, really having his struggles. Rui Hachimura, again, was spectacular. 9 of 13, 3 of 5 from 3-point range, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, 23 points. Anthony Davis did Anthony Davis things. He had 30 and 11 with an assist, 2 steals, and 5 blocks. Max Christie, like I said, doing the dirty work. Gabe Benson, I like seeing those two doing the dirty work. Offensively, they weren't great, but defensively, they were holding their own. D'Lo, 9 of 17, 5 of 10 from 3, 14 assists, 5 rebounds, along with a steal, only 2 turnovers. That's huge, 2 turnovers, 28 points. And then Cam Reddish, again, was spectacular on both sides of the basketball. He hit 2 3 shots, finally hit a 3. He hadn't hit a 3 in like forever. He was making dimes. And then the last little thing I want to talk about real quick, and then I'll get into all the super chats and all the regular chats because I'm only going to be able to go for about 30 minutes. I got like a little Christmas party. I got to shower and do all kinds of stuff. So I got to kind of hurry up on this live stream. Quincy, they only played Quincy 8 minutes. They really only played Quincy 6 meaningful minutes. He kind of played the last 2 minutes of the garbage time. I would have liked to see him get a little more run, a little more opportunity. He hit his first 3 and then kind of just shot Chuck there, which I don't really blame him. But I would have liked to see him a little more comfortable, a little more in action. But unfortunately, we didn't get to see a ton of him. I was really excited for that. Also, Jeremy Grant, Lakers need to stay as far away from him as possible. I thought I'll have a video about it in the morning because I wanted to make a video before this game. But then I was like, let me see how Jeremy Grant does because if he's really good, then we'll talk about it. If he's really bad, we'll talk about it. He was horrible. He was like unplayably bad. 1 of 12 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, only 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was a minus 18. Yeah, he was awful. 3 points. I mean, usually players use this as an opportunity to, show their skills so the Lakers will come get him. And he just did the opposite. He clearly doesn't want a Laker or want to be a Laker. And it's hilarious. They want 2 firsts for that guy. Sure. But anyway, let's get into all of the super chats, all the regular questions. Real quick, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button. All right, and then let's go. I'm going to answer questions for about 20 minutes and then skate on out of here. Crippy, coming out, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. The offense runs way better when LeBron is out. Yeah, because, I mean, again, guys get to be more on ball, right? D'Lo gets to be more of a natural playmaker. Sorry, drinking some hot tea. My throat's getting better. But yeah, so yeah, he like D'Lo gets to be more in position. They're not running through LeBron as much. It's not as much as I love LeBron, but LeBron has a habit of just like holding the ball for 20 of the 24 seconds, right? So the ball is more free flowing. Guys are getting more involved, more engaged, which is why I liked earlier in the season, LeBron James was playing more off ball, right? He had like the lowest usage of his career. And during this losing streak, or really this stretch, the last like 10-game stretch, he's gotten back up in usage rating. Part of that was because D'Lo missed a game and Reeves has missed the last 4. But literally the last 5 games, his usage rating has gone up, and we've had more turnovers, we've had less ball movement. It's just because, again, we're not playing our offensive schemes. Again, we're not better without LeBron. But the ball, when LeBron's not dominating the basketball, right, we're usually a better team, right? I talk about it all the time. When the Lakers have 30 assists, we win all those games, right? When the Lakers have, 25, we usually lose. That's usually how it goes. But again, appreciate you guys. All right, let's get into the regular chat here. Trade deadline, D'Lo's back. Yeah, facts. Excellent response after a rough first quarter. Yes, facts. Rui always seems to come out and play when he's at the 4 and Bron's out. Yeah, because he gets to play his natural position, right? When he gets to play his natural position, what ends up happening? He can be more aggressive. He gets the ball more. He gets to play more shots. He's in position. So when he does get the ball, he can just make a move where he's just standing tucked away in the corner at the top of the key or whatever, right? Also defensively, he can be more impactful on the defensive side, right? Like didn't he have how many steals did he have this game? He had what? He had 4 steals and 1 block. When does Rui ever have 4 steals and 1 block? Right? When he gets to play the 4, because it's a better matchup for him. He's not going up against quicker, twitchier, more athletic wings. He's going up against guys that are like him, usually slower. They're not as good shooting the 3 ball, right? So defensively, he's better. Offensively, he's better. It's a better position, which is why I keep saying I love Rui. I would love to keep Rui, but we got to trade him. As much as I like Rui, we got to trade him because he's never going to be the version of Rui that we need as long as LeBron's on this team. Also, we should get Denny Thibault from the Blazers and Gary Harris, Wendell Carter Jr. from the Magic. I would love that, but I do not see them trading Denny. They just traded from, and they traded quite a bit from him. So I'd imagine they'd want even more. Look, I understand it's the Blazers. A quality win is a quality win, and you did it without LeBron James, and you played as a team. It's more highlighting things. I get like, relax, bro. It's the Blazers. Like, okay. And, right, they had to play the Blazers, right? Lakers won. They didn't have LeBron James. They didn't have Austin Reeves. 2 of your top 3 guys, and guys played as a team. They played as a unit, right? Like, it's a good win. It's a quality win. No one's saying that Lakers are the best team in the league, but people are always like, relax. Sit down. Go back to sleep. We should give LeBron a long break. I mean, he's going to get one, right? So they don't play again till the 13th. So he has essentially a 5-day period where he's off, right? And then you got 2 games, and then you got another 4 days, right? So he's gonna get essentially, he's gonna play 2 games in the next 2 weeks, right? Like that's good. He's gonna get some rest, gonna get some break, which I'm excited. Let's see. I see Bronny got better. Bronny's been. Look out for him in the G League. He's been cooking. What did he have this game? I know he only played like 2 minutes. Did he even do anything in those 2 minutes? I was setting up the stream and everything last 2 minutes. No, he didn't do anything. But he actually had a really good game. What was it, last night in the G League? No Reeves, no LeBron. GG, but Blazers like, yeah, Blazers terrible. But it's more of like the style of play. Let's see. LeBron should get another 2-3 games off. Problem is the next. That's why I wanted him to miss the last game, because they'd probably lose that last game regardless. I would have liked how it would have been better if he just got the rest. But our next 2 games are against who? They're against, I think, the Timberwolves and who is it? Hang on, let me pull it up real quick. It's the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies. So I don't know if you can rest in both of those games. Right? You don't want to get back to 500. You want to stay above 500. You want to stay afloat for as long as you can. But I wanted them to sit the last 2 games because I said that I thought that they'd win this game. And I actually think that they might have beaten Atlanta without LeBron. No LeBron, Lakers win. What a surprise. Will you ever do any live streams during the games? I've done them. I did them in the past. And like 2 things. 1, they're really hard for me to do because I have family and kids and work and, life. 2, I've done those and like people aren't really that interested, right? Like I know Lakers Nation does it, but they're also like if you look at like their viewers for those watch along streams compared to like the actual things. Like, if I'm being honest, it's not worth it. It's not worth the time, like the 2.5 hours. Cause like in the time that I'm watching the games, I can like edit videos and like do work to like make videos and stuff. Like, I believe in honesty, I believe in transparency. And as much as I would love to do it, it's just I don't really get like the viewership. Like a good like one of those good watch along streams, I'll get maybe like 40 people. Where like a usual live stream like this, the post game stream, I usually have like 200 to if it's a really big win, like 400 to 500. I mean, I've had 1,100 people in a stream before. But the watch along streams, people aren't really that interested because I can't show the games. So it's literally we're just watching it together and you just see me and then like the stats on screen. So it's not like, some people like it. I get people that ask me for it all the time. I did it last season and it really wasn't worth the time investment. It really wasn't. Like I wanted to do it again this year, but I was just like, I have, I have 5 kids. I've said this before. I got kids, school, all kinds of, wife, all that stuff. Like I am busy. And it's just like if I'm gonna take 2.5 hours to do a live stream, it has to be worth it for me, right? Like, financially and time investment wise. Where, like even this, I don't mind doing this because to me, this is like my engagement, right? This is where I get my opportunity. Yeah, I get, a couple super chats here and there, but to me, this is more about just the interaction and engagement. I don't have 4 hours, every other day to do it, unfortunately, where I have like an hour to do it. So it's just, if I'm being honest, it's just not worth the time. As much as I love it, I do. I love doing it. And I'm not going to say I'm never going to do it. If there's a big game or something, or if I have the time, or if I'm ahead on work or something like that, or if I don't have anything to do, then sure, I might do that. I might just do like, hey, let's just do a stream because I do enjoy doing them. But like I said, I have a lot going on in my life, and it's hard for me to take 2 hour, 2.5 hours to do a live stream when like no one really cares, right? Like if I'm gonna do something, I want people to care. Like people care about this, right? People care, like they want to talk. We want to interact after the game. Um, I'm glad D'Lo and Rui stepped up to help AD. We need a trade that makes sense. Agreed. Agreed. As much as I love D'Lo and Rui, again, this game perfectly highlights, in my opinion, that why you need to trade Rui and D'Lo. They're just redundant when you have LeBron. Let's see. People basing all their trade ideas on one Blazers game is silly as no. I mean, you're not trading. You're not trading. Hannah, give me 1 second. Let me get this dog. Sorry about that. I had to go let her out and let my girl take care of her because I don't know why she's barking. She keeps barking. She's standing at like a sliding glass. She keeps barking at that. So somebody's probably working or something out there. Let's see. We happy after beating the Blazers? Yeah, I'm going to bed. Hey, a win's a win. Like I'm happy no matter who we beat, right? Like doesn't matter who we win, right? Like a win is a win. A great win is a great win. D'Lo always playing better without LeBron. Yeah, because he gets to have the ball in his hands. He gets to play his role. He gets to play the way that he is best playing, right? He gets to be the point guard. He gets to be aggressive. He gets to find his shot, right? He gets to make plays. He gets to do those things. Yes, less turnovers as well, which is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Rui and D'Lo both boosting their stocky effects. Let's see. 13 and 11. Lakers snap 3-game ugly losing streak. LeBron should have played. No, LeBron should not have played. Let's see. Lakers don't play again until December 13th. Yes, which is huge. Needed that rest. Let's see. It seems like that's the only time these guys step up when LeBron's not playing well. We get tired of losing. Well, because again, like you have Rui who is playing out of position, and then you have D'Lo who basically becomes just a spot up 3-point shooter, right? Like, so when LeBron leaves, well, now D'Lo becomes the primary playmaker. He gets to be the point guard. Rui Hachimura, he gets to, be more on ball, or gets to play his natural position and be more on ball, right? It's just you put guys in better position, is what it is. So, that is all. 20 and 14. Let's build around D'Lo. Let's see. They should have won with the Hawks too. I think if you would have set LeBron, they would have. Let's see. We definitely couldn't afford to lose this game. Jeremy Grant looked terrible, and they want 2 first. Yeah, facts, 100%. Like, they need to stay as far away from him as possible, as far away from him as you possibly can. Like, that is crazy. They could essentially give him to us for free, and I think I'd stay away from him. Let's see. Simons is good, but the Blazers aren't good. Lakers made me nervous, down 9 points first quarter. Second quarter, very good for our Lakers. Yeah. That's why it's a 4-quarter game, right? D'Lo on some coach. Lee, Bronny to Golden State. Golden State Warriors. Let's see. Wait, so when a top 2 player sits out, other players score more. Of course, that happens. Doesn't mean the team is better without LeBron. Yeah, exactly. 100%. They're not better without LeBron. Just guys have to step up. Let's see. Portland are not a good team. Lakers would have won with LeBron as well. Yeah, well, I would hope so, right? Like, you have your best player, second best player, like, you should beat them. Look, Portland has some very noticeable wins. Dude, the Minnesota Timberwolves haven't beaten Portland once this year. Right? Like, they've beaten some really good teams this season. I mean, the Wizards just smacked Denver by 16. Like, this is the NBA. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night. Obviously, there's better wins than not, right? Like, obviously, if they did this against Boston, right, like, that's obviously a better quality win than a game against Portland. But let's not pretend like this isn't the NBA. Like, teams don't win all the time. Let's say we must win Friday 2 plus D'Lo have to continue playing good. Yeah, I'm hoping that this kind of got him in a rhythm. This same thing happened last year, right? He really struggled early on, ended up figuring it out, and then ended up having a really good season. I'm a Zach LaVine guy. Forget Grant. Look, you're talking to arguably the biggest Zach LaVine guy on the internet, so I'm with you. We're just not deep team right now. When we have injuries, we've been pretty bad. Gabe, Cam, and Maxwell are worthless. Gabe has actually been better. I mean, the bar wasn't super high, right? Like, what's better for Gabe? But he has been solid. If Cam, you're talking about Cam Reddish. I mean, Cam Reddish there for defensive purposes, and he's a vet minimum. You're not really getting anything for him. Same thing with Maxwell Lewis. Maxwell Lewis is a second-year player making $1.5 million, right? You're not getting anything for those guys. It's Gabe, like the Gabe Vincents of the world, are the ones that like, he's making 11 million to essentially run cardio. Yes, stay away from Jeremy Grant. With a solid backup center, we could start LeBron, Rui, and AD. Take Bron out, so Rui runs the 4, and let Bron get his minutes down. Then back up AD at the 4, and you can rotate players accordingly. Look, I actually have made the argument, and I think the Lakers should bring Rui off the bench so he can play more 4, right? Like, literally, like, have Rui play the 4 spot, and then he can play off the bench for LeBron, and then you can spot minutes LeBron at the 3, so you can kind of like get Rui 15 minutes at the 4, and I just think you'll have a better Rui Hachimura, personally. Grant's not even worth the first, maybe 2 seconds. Yeah, and even then, I'd still, if like that's your best option, then sure. Let's see. Yeah, because I mean, again, you get more ball movement. More guys have to step up, right? Because like you essentially need two guys to equate to like what LeBron gives you. Shout out to D'Lo, but he's still getting traded. Massoff ain't fooling nobody yet, of course. It took Grant going 1 of 12 for us not to even win by double digits. Facts. Um, let's see. Let's see. Look at the price tag. Looking at the price tag on Jeremy Grant is like walking through Fashion Show Mall. Tyler will get the joke. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because from Las Vegas. Yeah, 100%. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Um, let's see. Yes, D'Lo's trade value is going up now. The effects. D'Lo truly makes guys better because he's not always benefiting from the stats. He has too many hockey assists. It's crazy. You have to let them play their roles and use LeBron as a role player. I mean, you're never going to use LeBron as a role player, but I get your point. I get your sentiment, right? Like, and look, it's something that I've argued too. JJ's Austin Reeves has been out, and JJ's fallen into the trap of give the ball to LeBron, right? And I get it; it's easy to default to that, but D'Lo is your best playmaker, not named LeBron. And look, I know there's a lot of Reeves stands, and a lot of people love Reeves, but D'Lo third option last season was better than Austin Reeves third option this season. Now it's still early in the season. Maybe Austin Reeves has a magical resurgence, but D'Lo was just better last year. I mean, he had literally a historically great season. Now playoffs are something separate, right? You got to win. You got to make the playoffs before we can talk about playoffs. I'm not saying that means keep D'Lo over Reeves or anything like that. Although I do think there's an argument for it, depending on who you get. My point is that you have D'Lo, and you need the best version of D'Lo on this team until you figure out trades and you trade him. And when LeBron goes to the bench, I don't understand why D'Lo isn't the playmaker. Hey, D'Lo, it's your show now. Go run the show. And I'm hoping that after this game, JJ Redick noticed, took notes, and said, all right, we need to do this more, right? And get LeBron back to being more off ball, right? Before this season, or before this last like 5-game stretch, LeBron James had the lowest usage of his career, and we were winning. Went on a 6-game win streak, right? And he still was giving you, 20 points and all that stuff. Yeah, he had a couple duds here and there, but for the most part, he was still figuring it out, right? The problem is you don't have Reeves, and then you default to LeBron rather than, hey, D'Lo, this is what you're best at. Step in and play that role, right? Like, I just think that hopefully this changes. Be perfect fits for Chicago. Yeah, Bronny had 16 night. He's getting better, yeah. All right, let me do a couple more questions. I'm just getting out of here. Like I said, I can only go like 30 minutes tonight because I got a little holiday party thing. I got to go shower. I got to go get ready, and I got to be there at like 10, so I got to hurry up. Facts, we got to save 500. Yes. Lakers put the ball in D'Lo's hands. Why isn't this coming out? Lakers put the ball in D'Lo's hands. Even if Braun playing, yes, agreed. I'd rather start D'Lo over Reeves. That's my idea. I've talked about that heavily. Talked about it even when the Lakers made the move to bench D'Lo. I still thought D'Lo was the guy, or Reeves was the guy that should have been benched. He's just better in the 6-man role because he gets to play his role. He gets to be more aggressive. He gets to be more on ball. And like I mentioned earlier, third option D'Lo was better last year than third option Reeves this year. It's what it is. Again, go look up the stats. Go look up the numbers if you don't agree. Like I always say, don't take my word for it. I encourage people to go look for themselves. Chat, D'Lo for Jordan Poole. Would you do it? No. Stays for Jordan Poole is the most frustrating player to watch. When he's on, he's like the greatest player ever. Like when he's cooking, that dude is special. But it's like when he's not, that dude is You think D'Lo makes you upset? Wait till you play. Wait till you play Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is tough, like, and not in a good way. Um, who's Trey Ore and Koloko? You're brought in those 6 to 8 minutes. I believe JJ can do better. Uh, LeBron's 40 and needs rest like every 5-7 games. Yes, I agree. Or at least cut his minutes down, right? Instead of having him play 35 minutes a game, put D'Lo more on ball and let him play the role. Disrespect Coca-Cola. Wolf, yeah. I know. I don't know. She was like barking at. I don't know if there's somebody like out there or what. I don't know what was going on, but she's barking at something. Got the little like sliding glass there. So, but yeah, I had to go tell my girl here, take her. Would you trade D'Lo and Vando? If you get Dyson Daniels, yes, I would trade every player on this roster outside of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Dalton Connect because I think Dalton Connect is valuable as a shooter. I would trade Austin Reeves right now for Dyson Daniels. I mean, talk about like a legit point of attack, sizable guard forward that can essentially defend 1 through 4 at an elite level, and he's shooting the ball excellent. Like I would, yes, Dyson Daniels would be traded for immediately. Everyone's involved, like LeBron. Yes. Like we haven't seen this the last 2 years. Yes, but this is the problem: is nobody lets him do this, right? Like Darvin Ham did the same thing, right? It's like we know what D'Lo can do. We've watched D'Lo do it, and then for whatever reason, we just don't let D'Lo play this role. It's crazy. We lost to Detroit. A win's a win. Yeah, thanks. Again, you play the team that's in front of you. A win is a win. I'm happy. Yeah, AD didn't have to drop 50. Yeah, Bronny has been balling. They are true. Y'all keep D'Angelo Russell. LeBron James is going to Golden State. Good luck with that. Let's see. Keep D'Lo in the true point guard position, and he's a top 10 point guard. People forget that 2 years ago, LA made a run, made playoffs. Braun was outplayed. Yes, finally. Except for like he barely played, and it was very unfortunate. I wanted to see him play more. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna have to go in like 2 minutes. Let me do like 5 more questions. We are back. We're back, baby. I love it. D'Lo's game is very consistent. The way he's being used is not. Anyone LA trade for a game will diminish. Rob knows this. That's why Westbrook had issues. Yeah, I mean, when he gets to play this role, yes. Best team is a conundrum. When they win, everyone looks like they can be solid. When they get blown out, it looks like they need to rebuild half the roster. Yeah, but I mean, the difference is like when they're winning this way, it's very clear, in my opinion. Like there's a clear path to getting the best version of this team possible. Regardless, even if this team is the best version of themselves possible, I still think that trades need to happen because the Lakers just do have a lot of redundancies and a lot of holes. But I do think that there is a path to get the best version of this Lakers team as possible. But anyway, like I said, I'm sorry. I know I usually go about another hour or so, but I do. I have a little Christmas get together with some friends and stuff like that I gotta hurry up and get ready to. And I'm already behind, but I didn't want to not do a live stream. So you got me for 30 minutes. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Seriously, I really appreciate it. Again, real quick on your way out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Also, thank you so much, Crippy, for giving me the super chat. I really do appreciate it. And you guys are beautiful. I will see you all. We got a couple days, so I'll probably get a live stream in between now and then. I might take a couple days off to kind of rest my throat, get over this little bug that I got. But after that, we got to do a live stream before the next game, hopefully. But anyway, appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. See you soon. Peace.